And officials say these two residents were sneaking in undocumented immigrants from Mexico, forcing them to work and forcing them to pay outrageous living expenses.
You know, human trafficking is probably one of the most vile crimes that we deal with.
The two residents identified as 69-year-old Maria del Carmen Sanchez Potrero and 56-year-old Apolinar Francisco Paredes Espinoza allegedly conducted their illegal business on the third floor of this home on Madison Street in Hartford. According to the arrest warrant, in September of last year, the FBI and Hartford police interviewed 10 Mexican immigrants who admitted they were trafficked and smuggled into the country by Sanchez and Paredes and were threatened if they failed to pay them. These fees meant upwards of $15,000 to $20,000 just across the border to the U.S.
These are folks that, that were clearly desperate to get to this country. And, they were exploited both there by having to, sign over deeds to property.
When they arrived in Hartford, these victims stated they were forced to pay $30,000 plus 5% interest, while also paying for Sanchez's rent, food, gas, and utilities. In turn, the warrant goes on to say Sanchez created false documents for the victims and helped them find jobs in the Hartford area. In addition to their own jobs, the victims were required to do work around the house or to assist Paredes without being compensated. The warrant also states Sanchez once told the victim MC's brother, victim OC, that they would be killed if they did not continue to make payments. And Paredes threatened to reveal the migrants' immigration status if they did not make monthly payments.
And it just seems as though in this case, no one would have ever been able to pay that debt off. It's heartbreaking.
The two victims then worked at a restaurant in West Hartford to pay back the debt. This picture shows Sanchez holding a notebook which contains a record of how much her victims have paid or still owed. Now, the two residents faced a judge yesterday, and Sanchez has a bond hearing scheduled for next week. I'm live in Hartford. Carmen Chow, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.